Are you building wealth just for yourself or for generations to come? Every dollar you save, every investment you make, what's the end goal? Generational wealth is more than just leaving money behind. It's about creating a foundation your children and grandchildren can build on. It's the difference between each generation starting from zero or having a head start toward financial freedom. When families build generational wealth, they create opportunities, access to better education, the ability to start businesses, own homes, and avoid cycles of debt. Without it, many families stay stuck in a cycle where each generation struggles to survive instead of thriving. It's important because it's not just about wealth, it's about legacy. It's about teaching your children how to manage and grow what they inherit, so your family's hard work benefits them for decades. With the right strategy, anyone can start building a lasting legacy. Let's dive into how you can make it happen. Remember to like and subscribe for more Money Smart Basics videos. If you have any suggestions for financial literacy topics, please leave a comment. Real estate is a favorite for building wealth. It's tangible, stable, and can appreciate over time, while rental income creates steady cash flow. Property is a powerful asset to pass down, giving your kids a business and a financial head start. With proper planning like using a living trust, you protect your legacy and keep wealth in the family. Let's drill down on a practical example to make this crystal clear. Imagine you buy a $400,000 duplex today with a 20% down payment. For the next 30 years, your tenants are essentially paying off your mortgage for you. All the while, the property is likely appreciating in value. By the time you're ready to retire, you own a property that might be worth $800,000 or more, completely debt-free, and it's been generating cash flow for you for decades. This single decision made years ago has now created a significant income-producing asset that forms a cornerstone of your family's wealth. It's a powerful and proven path. The next step is ensuring this powerful asset transfers smoothly. This is where so many people drop the ball. Setting up a living trust is non-negotiable if you're serious about this. With a trust, you can name your children as the successor beneficiaries. This means that upon your passing, the ownership of the duplex transfers to them automatically without the courts getting involved. You can even add stipulations in the trust, like requiring that the property can't be sold for a certain number of years, ensuring they benefit from the rental income instead of just cashing out immediately. This gives you control from beyond the grave, in a good way. Think about the alternative for a moment. Without a trust, the property goes into probate. This is a public court process that can drag on for months, sometimes even years. During this time, the asset is frozen. Legal fees and court costs can pile up, eating away at the value of the property. Your kids are stuck in limbo, unable to manage the property, collect rent, or make decisions, all while paying lawyers. It's a messy, expensive, and stressful process that can turn a beautiful gift into a massive burden. A little bit of planning with a trust completely eliminates this nightmare scenario. So I have to ask you, have you seriously thought about passing down property to your kids? It's a cornerstone of generational wealth for a reason. What's stopping you? Is it the down payment, the fear of being a landlord? Or is it simply that you haven't considered the long-term legacy implications of property ownership? Think about the security and the head start you could provide. Let me know in the comments below what your biggest hurdle is when it comes to real estate investing for your family's future. Let's talk about it. Moving on to our second strategy, which is honestly one of the most profound ways to create a legacy: starting a family business. When you think of generational wealth, names like Ford, Walmart, or Johnson & Johnson probably come to mind. These are empires built on a family enterprise that was passed down from one generation to the next. A successful business is more than just an asset. It's a living, breathing entity that can provide income, employment, and a sense of purpose for your family for decades to come. It's the ultimate legacy project, a vehicle for your family's values and ambitions. The beauty of a family business is that it allows you to pass down not just financial capital but human capital as well. As your children grow up, you have the unique opportunity to teach them the ins and outs of the business firsthand. They can learn about finance, management, customer service, and work ethic directly from you. This isn't theoretical knowledge from a textbook, it's real-world experience. You're not just giving them a fish, you're teaching them how to build a fishing empire. This transfer of knowledge and skills is arguably more valuable than the business itself. And please, Don't think this is limited to building cars or opening a massive chain of retail stores. In today's digital age, the opportunities to start a family business are more accessible than ever. It could be an e-commerce store selling a niche product you're passionate about. It could be a content creation business like a YouTube channel or a blog that generates ad revenue and affiliate income. It could even be a small service-based business run from your home like a digital marketing agency or a bookkeeping service. The barrier to entry has never been lower, but the potential for legacy is just as high. The key is to build something with systems and processes that can outlive you. Document everything. Create standard operating procedures. Build a brand that is separate from your personal identity. The goal is to create a business that can run smoothly even if you step away. This is what makes it a transferable asset rather than just a high-paying job for yourself. By building a sustainable enterprise, you create a source of wealth and opportunity that can be nurtured and grown by the next generation, allowing your legacy to compound over time. Let's really break down what this looks like in practice. Imagine you start a simple online business. Let's say you're an expert at gardening, so you start a blog and YouTube channel about it. Over a few years you build a loyal following. You start selling your own branded gardening tools, digital guides, and maybe even online courses. What started as a hobby is now a business generating $100,000 a year in profit. It's a real, tangible asset built from your knowledge and passion. This is entirely possible for anyone willing to put in the work. As your kids get older, you start involving them. Maybe your teenager is great at social media, so you put them in charge of the business's Instagram and TikTok accounts, and you pay them for their work. Your other child might be interested in video editing, so they start helping you produce your YouTube content. They are learning valuable, real-world skills in marketing, content creation, and finance. They're not just your kids, they're becoming your business partners. They are developing a deep, intrinsic understanding of how the family's wealth engine works because they are helping to build it. The transition of ownership then becomes a natural and gradual process. It's not a sudden event that happens when you pass away. You can slowly transfer ownership shares to your children over time, using legal structures like a family limited partnership, an FLP, to do so in a tax-efficient manner. By the time you're ready to retire, they are fully capable of running the business themselves. You've successfully passed on your knowledge, your work ethic, and the business itself, ensuring its continuity and the continuation of the wealth it generates for the family. This is a profoundly different approach than just leaving a pile of money. A business provides structure, purpose, and a platform for continued growth. It teaches responsibility in a way that a simple inheritance never could. So I want you to think about this. If you could start any family business knowing your kids would one day take it over, what would it be? What passion or skill do you have that could be turned into a legacy? Don't be afraid to think big or small. Drop your ideas in the comments below. I'm genuinely curious to hear what you would create. Building a $1 million portfolio starts with investing in stocks and dividends, one of the most proven ways to grow wealth for generations. You're not just buying a ticker, you're owning real businesses like Apple or Coca-Cola. Reinvesting dividends creates a snowball effect, compounding your wealth over time. Start now, stay consistent, and you'll build a legacy that lasts for generations. You've built a strong portfolio. Now, how do you pass it on tax smart? Custodial accounts like UTMA or UGMA let you invest for your kids, teach them about money, and take advantage of their lower tax rate. When they inherit, a step up in basis can mean zero capital gains tax. The real legacy? Passing down both wealth and financial wisdom. Most people see life insurance as just a safety net, but it can be a powerful wealth-building tool. Permanent policies like whole life or universal life build cash value, growing tax-deferred. You can borrow against it tax-free, and the death benefit passes to your heirs income tax-free, unlike a 401k or IRA. Life insurance creates instant tax-free liquidity, protecting your legacy for the next generation. Now, combining life insurance with a trust, that's where you unlock a whole new level of control and protection for your legacy. Specifically, let's talk about an irrevocable life insurance trust, or an ILIT. This sounds complicated, but the concept is simple. Instead of you owning the life insurance policy personally, you create a special type of trust, the ILIT, to be the owner and beneficiary of the policy. You then make annual gifts to the trust, and the trustee you've appointed uses that money to pay the policy premiums. It's a simple but profound structural change that has massive implications for your family's wealth. So why go through the trouble of setting up this trust? Two huge reasons: estate taxes and control. First, by having the trust own the policy, the death benefit is not considered part of your personal estate. This is critical for larger estates because it means that massive multi-million-dollar payout is not subject to federal or state estate taxes, which can be as high as 40%. This single move can save your family a fortune in taxes and preserve the full value of the inheritance you want them to receive. It ensures the money goes to your heirs, not the government. The second major benefit is control. When you set up the trust, you write the rules. You get to decide exactly how and when the money is distributed to your beneficiaries. You don't just have to hand over a multi-million-dollar check to an 18-year-old. You can set specific conditions. For example, you could stipulate that the funds can only be used for education, a down payment on a first home, or to start a business. You can also stagger the distributions, releasing a portion of the funds when they turn 25, another portion at 30, and the final amount at 35, giving them time to mature financially. This level of control is invaluable for protecting the wealth from being squandered. It protects your heirs not only from their own potential immaturity or poor financial decisions, but also from outside threats like creditors, lawsuits, or a future divorce. The assets held within the trust are shielded. So I have to ask, did you realize that a tool like life insurance could be this strategic? Did you know it could be structured to provide tax-free wealth and give you precise control from beyond the grave? It's one of the most powerful yet misunderstood components of a comprehensive generational wealth plan. You can pass down a fortune, real estate, businesses, stocks, but if your heirs don't know how to manage it, it could vanish in a generation. The most valuable inheritance isn't money, it's financial knowledge. Teach your kids about money early, through everyday lessons and conversations. Give them an allowance to manage with jars for spending, saving, and investing. That hands-on experience is the ultimate gift, skills that last a lifetime. Shirt sleeves to shirt sleeves in 3 generations means wealth built by one generation is often lost by the third. The biggest reason? Failing to pass down financial wisdom. To break the cycle, talk openly about money, teach financial skills, and give kids real experience managing it. That's how you build true generational wealth, by passing on knowledge, not just money. You've built wealth, educated your family, and done everything right. But taxes, the silent wealth killer, can take a huge chunk before your family ever sees it. Without planning, up to 40% of your legacy could vanish. Work with professionals early to protect your wealth and secure your family's future. Strategic planning is key to preserving your wealth for future generations. Tools like trusts and Roth IRAs can help your heirs avoid massive taxes. An irrevocable life insurance trust, or ILIT, is another powerful option. Start planning now. Your family's future could depend on it. Alright, so now you know the 6 powerful ways to not just build wealth, but to create a true legacy that can support your family for generations to come. We've covered everything from the tangible assets like real estate and stocks to the invaluable inheritance of financial literacy and strategic tax planning. The roadmap is right here in front of you. But here's the most important part. Knowledge is useless without action. Don't just watch this video and move on. The absolute best time to start building your family's future was yesterday. The second best time is right now, today. There's no excuse to wait. Every single day you delay is another day of compound growth you're missing out on, and another day your legacy is left unprotected. If you're serious about securing your family's financial future and you got any value out of this video, do me a huge favor and smash that like button so hard it turns blue. Subscribe to the channel for more content just like this, and share this video with a friend or family member who needs to hear this message. Spreading this knowledge is part of building a financially strong community, and your support really helps the channel out more than you know, so thank you so much for that. It really does make a difference. And finally, I want to hear from you. Let's make this interactive. Comment below right now. Which of these 6 steps will you take first? Is it opening a custodial account for your kids? Is it finally sitting down to draft a will and a trust? Or is it making that first real estate investment? Let me know in the comments. And always remember this final thought. It's not about how much money you make in your lifetime, it's about how much you keep, how much you grow, and how much you successfully pass on. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. The information provided in this content is for educational and informational purposes only, and should not be considered financial, legal, or tax advice. Always consult with a qualified financial advisor, tax professional, or legal counsel before making any financial decisions. The creator of this content is not responsible for any actions taken based on the information provided. Investments and financial decisions carry risk, and past performance does not guarantee future results.